Sansa has returned to the battlements. She watches intently as Daenerys' dragons feed on a fresh wagon load of sheep. Arya appears like a shadow at her side.
Well?
It won't be easy, but it can be done.
We know it can be done. She had 3, now she has 2. If it comes to it, could you do it?
Their hide is tough, like old leather, and those scales will stand up to most steel, but get through that, and they're just a sack full of organs, same as everything else. If it comes to it, I can find a way.
Arya joins her sister at the crenellations. She considers the dragons from this new elevation, then turns her head and looks northward, levelling her gaze on the horizon.
Don't you think we're getting a little ahead of ourselves? We have the Night King to contend with first.
Of all the lessons Littlefinger taught me, there's one that I keep coming back to. Don't fight in the north or the south. Fight every battle everywhere, always, in your mind.
I've done my fair share of that. Nowhere near as satisfying as the real thing, though.
The Stark sisters amble slowly along the battlements, stopping at the space only recently vacated by Daenerys and Missandei. They watch as the Queen's men busy themselves adding their own tents to those of the northern camp. Below, Daenerys greets Jon as he exits the castle. Sansa watches with a cool gaze as they fall into step together, chatting intimately and touching one another with the casual familiarity of lovers.
He was looking for you, you know.
I know.
She already has him completely under her spell. Gods help us if she decides to marry him.
You could marry him.
Arya! He's my brother!
Half-brother, as you've always been so quick to point out. Or did you have a more strategic partnership in mind?
Sansa follows Arya's eyeline to find Tyrion climbing the steps towards them.
He's the Lord of Casterly Rock now, at least in name.
He's not the worst man in the world. He's not even the worst man in his own family. But finding a husband is the last thing on my mind.
It used to be the only thing on your mind. Marrying a rich and handsome prince and bearing his children, living a life of lemon cakes and pretty dresses.
It's like I'm listening to you describe an entirely different person. Some silly little girl that still believes in fairy tales. She sounds unbearable.
She was. I like you much better.